Boo. Let me just get back over to the chats. Hey, Pure Alaska's here. Onto it, Ozzy, Janet Parrish, Tomcat. Let's see, I think Ashley was here a minute ago as well, but he's driving.
Oh.
Yep. How can you guys hear us? Okay. Hey, Matt AK, good to see you.
Hi, Matt.
I was looking at my phone to see if we're popping up as live.
Backyard trucker.
Hey, backyard trucker.
These are pretty.
Matt's 1791 garage.
Hey, Matt. The other Matt.
Got a lot of Matts on this show, even when I watch it from home.
I'm just trying to get this to come up on my phone so I can make sure it's going okay. Clint. What is going on? My phone's being stupid.
I can't read it without my glasses. I wonder if that helps.
Oh, thanks, brother. I appreciate that.
Nice.
For those that didn't see that, our buddy just gave
Pure
us
Alaska.
49.
Hello.
Wow.
Pure Alaska. Nice. Jason, how you doing? Just Jason, Keto, and more.
Hello, everyone.
Susan. Anybody saying hi? Again, let me see if I can
everyone.
find what's going on here because it's not popping up on my stupid phone. I know how I can do this.
With Jayden.
Terry.
Mm-hmm.
Facebook.
Butler Family Farms.
Hey, Jerry, how you doing? There we go. Now I got it up my phone, or it should be. I just like to watch it on my phone so I know if it stalls out or not.
That, and there is video lag from here to Florida as far as the chat room.
Yeah, there should be that much lag.
No, not after what we did.
No. For some reason, it's not showing up on my phone that we're doing the live, which is really weird.
I can log on to mine, but
We're doing.
Yeah, it sounds really weird because I clicked the link in my Facebook page and it doesn't take me there. It takes me somewhere else.
sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Huh. Oh, I think I got it finally. Yeah, I got it.
Oh, good.
Whew. All right.
It's
So,
good to know.
how are you all doing?
Sorry. Didn't come here to watch us watch our phones.
Right. I mean, that comment because it's going on John's face there. All right. For those that don't know, this is basically my brother John. He's not blood, but he is, might as well be.
Yes.
Dude, I appreciate you, man. Thanks, yeah. Pure Alaska. And there's Gary from Magmatic Glitchin.
Oh, here.
Can't stay, but we hope you all are doing well. Well, I appreciate Gary. I know you got your hands full right now up there at the homestead. With,
I'm having a great time.
With the little guy. So make sure hit that like button, right?
50 gift stubs.
All right, let's see. Let's go back here. I think I missed a few people. Our Slice of Alaska. Those are friends of ours. Hopefully everything's going good. Dee and Steve, if you haven't checked out their channel, make sure you check it out. Make sure you check out all the channels that are in here.
Good people.
Okay. Hey, Kim, how are you doing? Good to see you in here. Sally. I think I caught everybody. Urban Bucket. King's Gold. That's Joseph up in New York.
Hey, Joe. If my wife down in Florida is actually on and watching and not just on the TV, love you.
There's Troy Sutton. Good to see you. All right.
Hi, Herb.
All
Herb
right.
and Bucket Homestead.
I know it's been a little bit since we've done a live, and I'm sorry about that.
Long
We've been
time.
going crazy if you're trying to get some stuff done. Just getting projects and just hanging out a lot with John, doing our thing. You know, we're both black powder guys who've been shooting a lot of black powder up here.
Mhm.
And John brought up a really nice
J. Lewis.
black powder pistol that's number 89 or
86
86 of 100 made.
And he specialized in target pistols, single shots. And I was lucky enough to get one from Pop, aka Jim Heskett, and as a gift.
Yep.
And I just fell in love with it the second I saw it, and now it's up here in Alaska.
Yep. Yes, Matt, we are in the corner of Critter Central up here.
We
No.
are. Oh my.
They're all over the place lately.
Yes.
But announcement, we hit 50,000 subs last night. And I want to thank each and every one of you guys.
Thank you so much.
You guys have all been great supporters and helpers on spreading the word about us, and we greatly appreciate each and every one of you.
Very
Hey,
much.
Jody, good to see you in here.
Hi, Backyard Trucker. And Judy.
So, and if you have questions, give us a thumbs up. See if it does it. There it goes.
Woohoo.
And
That's so cute.
or tag us in a comment,
Mhm.
and if we see it, we'll answer it. Hey, Cruising Scene, good to see you in here.
The 50,000 is not any kind of monetary goal. It's just something Robert set forth and been literally wanting that number just to say I have it. There's nothing to do with YouTube or anything like that. It's just a personal item goal.
Hey,
And
our hill.
we did it.
Yay.
See if there's anybody missing. I don't think I missed anybody good.
Our Hill.
Yeah, our hill.
Do you know him?
Nope.
I wonder if that's Little Dubber. Is that you up in New Hampshire? Just gotta ask. I know it's Steve Hill in New Hampshire.
Right. But yeah, no, we just been hanging out and just goofing around. John and I finally went down to the lake and brought the canoe back. Yes,
Yes.
2 or 3 days ago.
Yeah,
That was an
Wow.
ordeal. I managed to paddle it partway down on the little creek, and then I had to drag it over the grass for probably about half a mile.
Right.
upcoming footage.
Yeah, that'll be in a video here soon.
They're gonna fix their. At least Rob is gonna fix the hole.
Yeah, I gotta fix the holes and then drag it back
Yeah.
down there. And
Don't
see
like
where
what
we
my
go.
wife said about it, but it's okay. She compared us to watching a video of Dumb and Dumber trying to get through the woods. But
I
love
don't,
you,
I,
love
don't,
you.
I don't see her down here dragging
Yeah.
that thing.
No,
Well, there's a story behind. We're not going to give into too
Not
much
yet.
details. You'll see that in the video.
she had never laughed so hard at a video I sent her in her life. She was in tears. She's like, "What the heck are you guys doing?"
He says, "No, he's Bob Hill living in Georgia."
Okay.
Ah.
Let's see what Randy says. What is something you wish you could get from the lower 48 that is too expensive to get in Alaska for yourself? Right now, it'd be one of those military diesel generators. One of the
Oh,
80
yeah.
was it 802A, the 10,000 kilowatt.
Yes.
Yeah, it's a military generator.
803A.
803A generator. That's the only thing, and I mean I can afford it, but then getting it here is the issue.
Getting it
What's
here.
my page?
is an
I
issue.
do have a page out there, but there's only clips from here, curmudgeon in, and clips that I taken on our this Memorial Day weekend. Angie and I've been married 25 years. We've known each other for much longer than that, but we've been married 25 years. And I took some footage and I put it up. When I get home, I'm setting up my studio in Florida. And once again, it's going to be to cross promote other pages like this one and some others. And I'll do my specialty, financial advice, but not from a professional, just what's worked for me. But for now, Robert will post my page later when I'm ready with my studio.
Yep. Thank you, Denise. Hey, Mary. Mary says, "I'm here for the fur babies." Watching all the
Oh.
things you do. Well, I'm
Yeah.
glad to have you here.
Those fur babies are monsters. I'm here to tell you.
Oh.
They look cute, but I got mugged in the pantry over an M&M. So.
Yes.
Sorry,
Yes.
Joseph. I know YouTube can be a pain in the tushy about that stuff.
What was it?
Every time an ad pops up, he's gonna reload it.
Nah.
Thank you, Pure Alaska, for 25 years for John
Thank
and
you.
Angela.
Well, I don't know if it's a thank you, but
Jerry Odell, hello from an old sailor. Well, hello
Oh,
and welcome
yeah.
back welcome here from another fellow sailor.
Yes.
and
Two sailors.
yeah,
John's sailor, but he,
not really as
you don't
much
have
as
the,
Robert.
yeah, you don't have the extent.
I was spoiled, to put it that way.
Hello, Charles. Good to see you in from Connecticut. Hello, April Davis. Good to see you popping in.
Charles, what part of Connecticut? The reason why I asked is I lived in Waterbury. Father worked in Hartford at Sikorsky for a while. Just curious. You don't have to say.
Any questions, guys? Thank you, Terry. Yeah, it's been a long road. Next goal is 100.
Mhm.
Hopefully by this time next year we'll be at that. We'll see.
Yeah.
It'd be really nice.
Robert's kept me and Sarah entertained physically and mentally while I'm up here.
Indeed.
But I tell you, the pond that's down by his house, lake, whatever you want to call it, is I took so many pictures and it doesn't do it justice. You have to actually see it.
It's from Thompson, Northeast.
Ah, good.
Well, there's 3 basically New England brats, kind of. I wouldn't call it a New Yorker or a New England brat, but
Real close.
real close.
Not close.
Not, yeah, that line is there for a reason, damn it. Darn it. But yeah,
Lake Champlain kind of blocks you guys off. Says nope.
Hartford also, North Bradford. We're in Texas now.
Nice.
I really dig the name. Don't care for Hartford. That's probably why you're in Texas right now.
Hello,
Eastern
Nicole.
Washington.
North Carolina. Stormy.
Rug ?
Which rug?
Rug?
The fur type. It's still in the freezer. I got to start working on it
Yeah.
soon. We've been so wrapped up doing things around the property here, John and I, and with Sarah's help, of course, that we haven't had a chance to work on it.
Yeah, how long did it take you to process the last bear? What, you guys had it in the freezer?
That-
and-
Oh,
no,
man,
it
a
was
day.
processed within 36 hours because
Right.
we packaged a lot of the meat up ahead of time, and then we put a bunch of it in the refrigerator, turned out really low to kind of firm it up a little bit, and then we ground a bunch, and then we
Mhm.
canned a bunch.
Did Hogan lose weight? Yeah. You
Yeah.
seeing the little turkey wobble here and the bulldog jowls? Yeah.
Mishka, get down.
I was 2 years ago when I was up here, I was 288, the heaviest I've ever been. Before getting up here, I weighed myself. I was just at 238, 240. And I wore a pair of shoes up here that the laces, it's sad. I didn't know when you lose weight, your feet could shrink too. But yeah, the laces are together and they look like I'm wearing 4 sizes too many large jeans, and I got a belt buckling and all.
Yeah,
of
they're
them.
all buckled up.
I haven't weighed myself in 3 weeks, but we'll find out shortly when I go to the airport.
Right.
Yeah.
Mary, the stairs are not fully finished yet. I'm drying a couple pieces of wood that we're going to be using for the railing and stuff.
Mhm.
So that'll be done here probably by the end of summer. I wanted the wood to dry a little bit so it didn't start cracking or checking, and I've got to finish peeling it. So I'm not going to tell you what kind of wood because it's kind of special.
Mishka goes up and down the stairs.
Yeah.
Easy peasy.
Mishka's good about the stairs. Zeus, not
Zeus,
so much.
Not so much.
Jenna says, have you had any bear meat since you've been there with? Yep, he did.
Mm,
Head there.
It was, I think the second night he was here, we had some bear.
yep. Everything Robert and Sarah serve here is just,
I don't make anything.
when I left last year and went home and saw my doctor, he was going to write me a prescription to come right back up here. He's like, no, whatever you were doing for the last 2 to 3 weeks, do it again, go back.
Well,
And I was eating more here than at home. It was just doing more here than at home.
But we treat him like slave labor.
Sarah does.
I do. John, can you do? Can you
She did
cut
my
down that-
laundry. I'm happy, man.
Can you cut down that bush? Can you cut down those 3 trees? Can you take out that stump?
Lake says, what is your next big indoor outdoor project? I've actually got to build a off-season garage for some of the
Yes.
machinery, so it will not be damaged when it's not in use.
Mhm.
I have
I took down
I
one
have
of the
3
poles.
of the poles up right now because it's
Right.
basically just going to be a pole building.
Mhm.
But John was dropping a tree for us, and he hit the pole. He
Now,
couldn't do it again if he tried.
No.
I've been felling trees for years and years and years. Second job, kind of say, and I couldn't have. If somebody asked me to hit that pole, I'd have missed.
He'd have missed.
But I was trying to put it between 2 poles, and it hit it, and I was irked with myself.
It
But
was-
Robert will never let me forget how
No.
I hit that one pole.
Nope. He ruined my garage. Now I have to rebuild.
All 4 sticks. Okay.
Four sticks,
Black Mass Pay Dirt, good to see you in here, brother. Hopefully you're doing good. And I will get back to you soon on that email that we've been going back and forth with.
King's Gold, New York.
And
I'm
you're
back
back again.
again. Yay.
Welcome back, Joseph.
Yay.
Jason says losing weight is expensive when you have to replace it with your
Right,
clothes.
I'll
Yes.
ask you.
No, it's
That's
replace
true,
your
too.
clothes.
Mhm.
Oh, no joke, man. It's just like nothing I brought with me fits now. And
No.
I was getting skinnier before I got here. I'm like, okay, I'll get into my next several, 5 year ago jeans that I still have in my closet, my dresser. And no,
No,
They were too big now.
now it's like
Ah, yeah.
about 8-9 years ago. I left the woman I'd been with for about a decade, and I was heavy. I was about 245, 250, and I still have some of my clothes from back then. And I look at them sometime like never again.
Never again.
And I lost, I think, 60 pounds, 50, 60 pounds in about 6 months. And it's because I got happy and I was eating properly and taking care of myself.
Yeah. Not nibbling every bad thing.
No. Hello, the Stock Explorer. Good to see you in here.
Matt, you're not joking. Yeah, it's not a terrible problem to have, but
No, it's not.
the jeans that I really like are too old now and worn out, but they're
Yep.
comfortable.
Charles says, how many times a week does the train come by?
Mm.
Summertime, the hurricane train goes by 5 times a week, and the wintertime goes north on Saturday, south on Sunday, and the first Thursday. So 5 times in the wintertime. It goes by in a month.
And even though we're how far from the rail?
Or a mile,
Ye-
mile,
Oh.
mile and a
Mile.
quarter.
Mile and a quarter. It echoes through the valley. We can hear it when it goes by. I mean, not like it's like right outside into your place, but you definitely know when it goes by. There's a turn where it honks every time. It blows its horn.
That's down at the Chase Crossing.
And everybody who here that is associated with or knows Railroad Alaska or the hurricane, love you guys. Thank you. That thing is awesome.
Yeah. So Janet says, okay, Sarah, still waiting on crafting videos. Hint, hint.
Oh, Lord.
That's you. We lose the satellite.
There we
We're
go.
back.
I cut
Sorry
some
about that.
ferns, but the fern fronds are tougher than they look, and it takes a lot of boiling to soften them up so that they make a pulp. And I'm not sure they're going to work. I will try 'em.
And our Slice of Alaska, who's D and Steve, said, have you seen Mama Moose and the baby yet? Have not seen them since that video. If you guys have not seen today's video, go watch it. Number one. The big thing at the end was there was a mom and baby moose running down the trail, and within 20 seconds of them trucking down the trail, a large brown bear was chasing them down the trail. And then about 15 minutes later, the baby wandered back into the scene. And then 15 minutes after that, the bear came back in the scene.
Thank heaven
No
no
blood
more
on him,
blood.
so I don't
Yeah.
think he got them. But that baby was just wandering around looking like it was lost. So hopefully
Right.
it's okay.
It's tough on the babies.
Yeah.
Half the time when you're even looking for animals here, you don't know if you're chasing them or they're chasing you. It's that abundant up here.
Yep.
Mhm.
Watch that stupid.
Oh no, what happens? Oh no, happens when cutting trees.
Yep.
Jerry,
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It happens.
He only hit it one thing out of 3 trees.
I'm better up in the tree than on the
That's-
ground, but I still,
Yeah.
when I had a crew and team, even when I was working for a gentleman named Roth, people would have a hard time throwing stuff in the chipper and keeping up with me when I was
Yeah.
cutting.
Mm.
Pure Alaska says, Robin, Sarah, Alaskan diet plan. Watch out,
Right.
Weight Watchers, right?
Thank you, Terry. My wife loves my voice too. Actually, if you ask
I,
her,
on the
she'll
other
say
hand.
that's one of the reasons why she married me, besides knowing me forever.
And there she is.
Oh,
Where is she? Oh
Right
no,
there.
Gulf Coast Partnership is now live.
Yeah.
gee.
I love you, honey.
Hi, Angie.
That is my wife, Angela Hogan, down in Porch, Florida. Be home in a few days.
Old Warren jeans are back in style. This is true, Matt.
Yeah, it is.
Susan says she's waiting for craft videos. That's Ashley says, make sure to make a list of for shooting supplies. I missed the shoot, but hopefully I'll make it in September. Good.
Good.
trying to
Does
think.
gardening help account for crafts? Doesn't. I planted pansies. I pruned wild roses, and now they are plastered all over my garden. My lilac is blooming, and I have iris in my dry bed, which I built last summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, last summer.
So Mary asked, how do you all deal with wild animals, very active and the babies being outside? Zeus actually sounds off. If he sees something out of the
did.
ordinary, he goes nuts. He did that yesterday morning.
First time I hear him do that. And
Oh yeah.
Robert and I, like, I was springing up into action. I didn't know why, but it was just an
I was already out the door.
instinct.
And I was getting Zeus back into the house.
And I hadn't heard him like
Park like
He
that.
meant
bark
it.
like that.
He meant
It was a totally different tone. He was serious. Something's coming.
But in general, the moose stay away from the house for the most part, or they'll be right on the edge of the property where we can see them, but they don't get too close. They don't like dogs because they don't understand that they're not a wolf.
Yeah, that's
So
true.
if it's 4 legs and goes wolf, it's a wolf, so they stay away.
Mhm.
The bears generally don't come onto the property too much, though we do have them up here on occasion. Like you see the one video a couple of weeks ago where it was like the same day after I dropped that black bear, there was another black bear heading to the chicken coop.
Mhm.
You know, I
That's-
guess he didn't know his buddy was on the ground and in the freezer, but that's what happens up here. But generally, they don't usually come around too much. John had a run in with a porcupine the other night.
Chased them right down the hill.
He thought it was a bulldozer running around out in the woods. You know, you're out hunting back east for whitetail, and all you hear is crunch, 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 crunch. You swear it's a 250-pound freaking buck, and it turns out it's a chipmunk.
Yeah.
Sheila says, missed meeting you last week in town. Seen you at the
Oh.
open air shop closest to the river, but you were busy. Conversation. The owner's boys was up the river. Oh, you should have said something. We don't mind.
Yes, we
That's
don't
the
mind
that's the
that.
Owens family, and they're very good friends of ours.
Lovely.
So no, you could have
family.
walked right up and said hi.
Absolutely.
We encourage it. Are you a local, Sheila, or are you from somewhere else? Poor Joseph keeps getting kicked out or something here.
I should have my internet up. My
Tag
phone.
next hamster in on the internet wheel. Right?
Thank you, honey.
You look good. Thanks. Can't say so much for him. Jody says the lilacs look lovely. Yes, they do. They look really
They're
good.
blooming. They're blooming.
And Terry says, "What's in the stamp on the all the critters love so much?" I don't know. Well, there's a family of squirrels that go down there, and I have a feeling the squirrels are stashing something in there.
Yeah.
Every time I go down there, there's squirrels bouncing around all over the place.
Right across from it is a hollowed out
There's
piece of,
actually two. There's one on each side.
but the stump, and then there's
Yeah.
a down log, which
Right.
it's hollowed out on the inside. And I think Robert's dead on. They're stashing stuff, and the bears come by and they're like, "Oh, well,
Oh, let's have
Because
that.
I had a little bit of video of one where it was a smaller black bear, and he was like halfway into the log.
Mhm.
It's just it wasn't a very good video, so I didn't use it on that last critter video. But he was decent size, and he got himself in there. I'm glad he got out. I wouldn't have wanted to go down the trail and have a big black bear butt sticking out of a log. It looked like something out of a cartoon.
well, we have another idea that if he actually is able to pull it off,
Don't tell anybody.
I'm not going to tell anybody, but it's an
It's going to be
idea.
funny.
It will be hilarious.
I don't think I.
So stay tuned. It'll be, if he's able to pull it off. I mentioned it to him yesterday, and he was crying, laughing, drinking his coffee on the table. He said, "That would be awesome. If it happens, you'll
Yeah.
see it.
For sure. All right.
That'll get you to 100,000 real quick."
Any more questions, guys? Yeah.
What's the stump? That's the one you just did. Critters love so much.
So, some of the other projects are and I have to do is we're going to actually put a wall around this porch,
Yes.
and then we're going to be putting windows on the bottom so we can see out. And then we're going to put a screen up above it and then plastic. Hopefully, it can get done this time or this summer.
This summer.
We have a lot more to do, but we'll see what we can do.
Yeah, we talked
This-
about putting like a knee wall, waist wall, whatever height. But when I sat down on this bench, I couldn't see over where it would naturally sit.
Yep.
So we rummaged around in the barns and the storage places of things that have been here.
Yep.
And found some windows. It
Yeah.
won't be glamorous, but
Nope. We got the windows from the artist Shannon Cartwright
Right.
that lives up the tracks. I did a little bit of work at her house in town for her, and I got the windows and a whole bunch of roofing material.
what a big help.
Well,
Yep.
Robert's and I's shop saying when we're working the wood shop together, when we make a mistake, it's what? Folk art.
Clint says, I've noticed that most of the Alaskan channels I follow have seemed to be posting more moose babies. You think it may
Yes,
be a
yes.
population explosion? I'm hoping
We
so
hope so.
because we had such a mild winter. I think more of the moose made it through. I mean, we only had, I think, 7-8 feet here total,
Right.
but that's after it squishes down and all that stuff. I mean, if it was after it squished down, it was like 4 foot. So
It was very mild.
hopefully it'll be a little bit better this year for the snow, but not as cold, but we'll see.
Just watching the tracks and paying close attention every time we go up and down the trail to the tracks. It seems to me right now that there's like a 10-to-1 bear to moose
Yeah, there's
population,
way
which
too many
is
freaking bears
Way
up
it's
too
here.
many
way
bears.
outbalanced, and it's Mother Nature, but at the same time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
when you see a little baby moose running by itself and confused, it
that's
just even for me it was like sad. But there's meat in the freezer, and then there's the things that you just have a soft spot for in your heart, and everybody's got to eat, I guess.
Matt, John, and I have already talked about it. I'm going to see if I can find another trail cam I can stick up in that log.
Yeah, but we're going to see is squirrels. I don't know if you guys really want to see squirrels bouncing around in a log. But
Squirrels are fun.
Hey, boondogger. Andre. We have been up here almost 4 years now. It'll be 4 years, August 10th.
August 10th.
3 weeks come Monday. Well, this time.
Are you getting the squirrels to bait the bears?
Oh yeah, we got
they're
we
doing it
bribe them.
themselves.
we have an army of trained squirrels.
Oh,
Okay,
yes.
now it's taken him a couple of years to get this down right, but living close to Ringling Museum for so many years, he's got this down pat.
Not my circus, not my squirrel. Oh, shoot, it is.
Yeah, it is your circus. These are your squirrels.
Have you dehydrated any bear? I never tried dehydrating bear.
No.
The big issue is especially with bear, you want to make sure it's fully cooked very thoroughly because you can get trichinosis out of that.
Well, like pork.
It's same issues.
Except, pork is more
Back again.
controlled these days.
I'm not dumb. I can sense a pattern. What's it doing to you, Joseph? Is it just kicking you out or what? Hello, Jen. I just found you all the other day. Thank you so much for the gifted membership. Not a problem.
Oh,
Glad you could
If you
join
got
us.
that today, that was gifted out by Pure Alaska. Make sure you check him out.
Definitely.
Make sure you check out all the channels in here.
good friend.
And this is, how can I visit up here? Drop me an email.
Yeah,
I will give you all the
absolutely.
information you need. Unfortunately, right now we're kind of on hold for who's coming up because Adam and Phyllis from Alaska Cut the Cord are using that cabin while they're building their house.
Which is about it.
But they're not here all the time, so we could always
Right.
squeeze somebody in during the week if need be.
Yes.
Grizzly protected and netted. No, they are not. We can take
No.
up to, each of us can take one a year in this hunt unit, and there's some units you can take 2. And there's some areas you can take 5 black bear. We're limited to 3. Why? I don't know, because there are way too many.
There is a monster brown, though.
Yeah, there's a couple
It's
monster
big.
browns. What's awful, Jody? Hey, Joan.
Love the train video.
Glad you like that.
Yeah.
Sheila says local live near the. Oh, okay, good.
Put a GoPro in
Lives
there. I
near
can't
what?
get my GoPro 11 black to stay on more than 15 minutes, no
Yeah,
matter
but
what
Why?
I do.
Okay.
Near the Y. So they're down
Yeah,
towards
down
Jeff and
towards-
Isabel's place.
Yep. Mhm.
Marunanda, how are you?
Hi.
Are you doing good? You still up here? Or did you go back to Cali?
Ah.
Put a GoPro on the screen. Right. I might not ever see
On the
that
squirrel,
GoPro
that-
again.
Right.
Yeah, no.
But, no, it still wouldn't work.
It's too heavy for the squirrel.
And the damn thing will shut off.
Right. Matt's Garage says, maybe put some of that bear in your newish smoker. Well, it's a cold smoker, so I can smoke it cold and then I have to cook it,
Then cook it.
which I have done with pork a couple times, and it comes out really good.
Can you do it the
Does.
reverse? Like
Cook
can.
blocking the
I'd
outside and then
I'd rather get it smoked first before I cook it,
Okay.
because it can get a little too smoky and it'll take a little bit away when you cook it afterwards.
I wasn't sure if the searing would actually keep the
No.
juices in.
Clint says, has heat wave hit y'all area? No, we've been in
Yeah.
the last couple of days been beautiful.
Um,
It's been the low 70s.
Something about the first week I was
It's very
here
comfortable.
when I was going to get
Yeah, the
sent
first-
home.
The first week John was here was like in the 80s.
As soon as the rain stopped, I mean, it rained in early summer a lot.
Yeah.
And I was joking about I'm bringing the Florida heat with me, and I get
Yeah.
up here, the rain stopped, the heat came out, and my wife's
It's
saying
been
down in
hot.
Florida it was hot as heck and raining nonstop. I'm like,
Yeah.
heat.
And here it's nice.
Tomcat says he just found out he won a half-gram bag of pay dirt. Very nice. Who'd you
Woohoo!
get that from,
Good.
Tomcat? I'm jealous.
I'm glad you said Peter.
Mary says we have black bears coming out of hibernation. That smell and the fast food come across the town. Live in a small town. They love getting. Yeah, they're trash pandas.
They are.
They're as bad as raccoons, and they're bad up here too.
Mm-hmm.
Artists have showing at the Denali Arts Hangar, November 1. Work with Birch Bark. Oh, very
Oh,
nice.
November
Unfortunately,
one- oh,
November it's hard for us getting
November's
out. I have
real
to look at
hard.
the date.
November 1st.
Let me see. That is
Going
to
back
be,
to the bears.
that-
I got a rabbit
we
at
can't
home
get
I'd
in.
like to bring up here that would go one-on-one with Eddie Bear up here. It attacked me when I walked out of my front yard. So.
Yeah.
And we know a turtle back home that'll outrun all of them.
That turtle was insane. I think he was on meth. As Joseph says, every ad the screen goes black, both video and chat. I need to back up notifications. Yet notifications watch. That's weird, Joseph. Anybody else having that problem? Hey, this is my brother, Alaskan Assassin Adventures. How you doing out there? I like the pictures you posted of all the herring drying and stuff like that.
Oh, those were nice.
Janice says, have you ever ate porcupine or beaver? I ate beaver when I was a kid. Never
Beaver.
tried porcupine.
Never had
No.
porcupine.
I've seen other Alaskan hunt and cook them. Say it's very tasty. It depends on, especially the beaver. You have to be careful how you clean them because they do have that gland in them, the castor glands, and that's what a lot of people use for. Well, it's used in perfumes. It's used in attractants for other animals. So you got to be careful because if you hit it, it's not going to taste good. Porcupine, I haven't tried yet. We do have them here, of course.
We do.
Modern Nun says the fire's under control. We don't have any in our area. I think
been
they're all
lucky.
north, up
Very
by
lucky.
your place. And I think the rain that they had the other day, I heard somebody say that it might have helped a little bit up there.
Hope so.
Well, that's good. Andrew says you really inspire me to live my dreams. Best way to live. Best way to live.
Turn a dream into a
Just do
goal
it.
with a date.
Yep, exactly.
Yeah.
Cruising Scene says I also love the train and shopping videos. Oh, good.
Yes.
We'll have another shopping video coming up in a month or two, probably 2 months.
God, I'm glad we didn't do a shopping video when I went into
Yeah.
my wife likes to make spreadsheets.
She's in here. Shush. You're going to get in trouble, John.
This is how much you spent sending Robert and Sarah stuff.
Yep. And she is back in Cali
Butter.
and PA prospecting. Good to see you in here. Everybody's greeting one another. Cruising says Wildlife 70s nice. Yeah, it's actually really,
Yeah,
it's,
it's really
I don't know what
pleasant.
it is right now. Hang on one second.
Mhm.
It is 71 right now, and it is
71.
drop dead gorgeous out here.
Yep.
It's very comfortable, relaxing.
Yep.
Everybody's greeting one another.
Nice.
Oh, that's weird. I thought there was a cloud over Denali. No, Denali's over a cloud. And it's right off the porch here, folks. It's
Yeah.
absolute.
It is.
It's very few spots you don't get a stunning, jaw-dropping view up here.
Hello, how are you doing out there in Oklahoma? Good to see you here, Rhonda.
It's good to have raccoons.
Uh-oh.
Because
Why
they have
did-
black bears.
Yeah.
That's why.
We already have one trash panda. We don't need a second type. Clint says, Joseph Sweet. Clint says, so far, our summer has been mild, mid 90s,
Oh,
oddly
hot.
quiet for a bit. That's too hot for me,
it's
Yeah.
too hot.
Even
for me.
raccoons don't want to be up here in the wintertime, honey. That's why they're not up here.
right?
And they have to compete with what you love, the bears.
Sally says, same problem. Are you having the same problem Joseph is, Sally? It's got to be something going on with YouTube.
Oh dear.
Black screen, just weird
Huh. What a shame.
and strange.
Hmm.
Huh.
Hmm. He's playing with it.
So I'm trying to feel what's going on here. My thing is being stupid here too. That was weird.
Do we have bug stuff?
Stick with it.
Ta-da!
Mild technical issues addressed shortly.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. It's got to be something on YouTube scene. It's just no black screen, just weird and strange commercials.
Oh dear. Sorry.
Yeah, V paid her prospecting for his birthday. Oh, okay, cool.
Oh,
B&B paid her.
nice. Yeah.
I've seen him in a lot of the chats.
Good.
Everyone calls me PA. LOL. Yeah.
Hmm.
It's Tiffany from Canadian Family Life. Good to see you in here, Tiffany. Hopefully you're
Yes.
doing well. Matt says to Clint, what you call mild, we call oven here, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And Ashley tell him no more driving.
Oh, good. Home safe.
I thought my wife was talking about Florida, Southwest Florida being in 112, 113, and she's like walking outside, like walking through a swimming pool.
Do we have bug deterrent up here?
Yeah, it's on. It's over there.
Working now?
Yeah,
I seem to be tickled.
get a little closer. I was trying to keep it away from the computer, but
That's
bring it a
why
little
we're
closer.
putting up a screen, putting screen on the porch.
Yeah.
The bugs are
That was, the one,
thriving.
that was the one thing I have to say about being down at the pond. There wasn't one mosquito out. And
When
it's
you're
probably
when you're on the water.
on the water,
On the
right? Oh,
water,
no,
yeah.
getting to
To-
the pond was a different story altogether.
You leave the pond and you get chewed on.
Mhm.
I was straight up dive bombed. It's
Mhm.
one spot in the back of my head, like 30.
Well, that sucks, Clint. You
Hmm.
forced to update YouTube and it has been working right.
Oh dear.
PA, this is all essential thing. He's my brother. He's part of my family. He's not blood, but he's just like my brother. This is John.
They're a lot alike.
John Edward Hogan II.
Everybody's greeting one another.
Mhm.
And Cruising says, we see you fine. Good.
Good.
Handcrafted by Jack. Hello, somebody to leave a thumbs up. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. You as well.
You also.
Absolutely.
Some ads have come up all good. Okay, good. Now, I forgot to turn it off, and usually I leave them off for the lives and I turn them on afterwards, but it didn't
Mhm.
happen. I forgot to today. We were running around doing stuff beforehand. So
There's a lot going on.
Bob Cup says, hi, Robin. Oh, where'd it go?
Yeah, Bob.
There it is. It says, hi, Rob and Sarah and Rob's brother. Do you have a big plans for the 4th of July? Nope.
No, none.
I don't know what day of the week it even lands on
Huh.
this year.
I shouldn't do
I'll
that.
be home and cleaning the pool.
Oh, that's a
and
Thursday.
Snuggling with my
There's
wife.
so many days that I don't even know what day it is.
And
We
Where-
lose track of time here. Really
where we
quick.
live, it's fireworks after fireworks after fireworks. So
But
we
the-
just duck and cover.
There's a chance maybe we'll run into town and do some stuff in town. I don't know yet. We haven't decided. Unfortunately, John will be heading home Monday morning.
Mhm.
Be ready, Angie. Let's see. Susan says our
Patriot
heat wave
prospecting.
index was over 100 for 4 days. Yeah, no.
Whoa.
Oh, that's too hot.
Nope, I will pass. Good evening, Rob and Sarah and younger. He's older than me. I just look old because of the gray beard.
He does that for me.
He's only 6 months older than me. But I never let him forget that.
With age comes wisdom
Yeah, no, that's questionable.
and lack of facial hair.
I should be extremely wise.
And Harry. Oh, I'm gonna get hit. Oh, you see this YouTube? I'm being abused. Christian says, good evening, Robin. Sir, I already read that one. Gosh, that's funny.
Beating him, she is. Yeah.
That's what I found interesting. No mosquito on water or icebergs.
That's strange.
We ain't got no icebergs here yet.
Not yet.
Just a couple days ago, I wish there was an iceberg.
All right.
Mhm.
Joseph. Excuse me. Gladys, good to see you. Watching tornadoes once again. So I'm late
Hi.
trying to learn how to make sourdough bread. Oh,
Oh.
sourdough is actually not that bad. I just stopped making because I wound up getting tied up in other things and my starter
The
died.
timing is tricky.
It's hard for me at times. Oh, there's trouble again.
Yep.
Please, Mr. Hogan, I hate cleaning the pool and taking out the trash.
It was funny. I was here a week and I was doing a voice video with my wife, and she's like, "I'm sorry." I'm like, "Why?" I didn't realize what you did. I'm retired. I've had heart issues, and I stay home for the most part, unless I go out for a coffee. And my wife was like, "No, I don't like this. No, I don't want to do both this and my job. I don't want to do
Right.
that."
Christian, we're not sure yet. We're waiting to see if we see her come up on camera again. She had a number of scars on her back, so she's already tangled a bear. So chances are she probably did make it, because back when the bear came back through on the video, it did not have any blood on his paws or anything like that. And it had it gotten to mama, it would have
It
sat
would've
there
been-
feeding on her. It wouldn't have went looking for the baby.
So,
Yeah, there's so many bears in the area. It would have eaten right then and there.
Yeah.
Wouldn't have waited.
Bob says, I'm thinking for the 4th of July, you should go into town and take Sarah out for a nice dinner. Well, that was going to be
Well-
that soon because her birthday is the 8th.
mhm,
So I was going to take her into town then, but we might go into town sooner.
sure.
And then,
I got to step in on this one, because him taking her out to a nice dinner is more of a present for him, because he
'Cause
makes
he
an awesome
cooks.
dinner every night, and I'm
It-
here to testify for that.
True.
And he does the cooking, and she sits and enjoys it.
Indeed.
However, when it comes to cleaning, that's the woman right there. That's organizing, cleaning. I swear, if you dropped a puzzle on the floor, she'd have to put it together before she actually put it away.
No, I
serious.
would.
hello, Dina. Good to see you in here, Dina.
Not a bad thing. It's not, unless I'm around.
Right. Gladys says, so far, I got hockey pucks in my bread loaves. Oh,
Oh, yeah.
not good. It's it can be a challenge. I don't know if you saw the video I did on them or not. I think it was like 2 years ago. I did a video
Sourdough?
on the sourdough.
Yeah, the sourdough.
It's not bad. It does take a little bit getting used to get it, but you'll get it. Keep
You got my
practicing at
cousin Lynn Simons wanting to make sourdough, and
Yep.
she was talking to you about it. Like,
Yeah.
okay, what am I doing?
Matt's saying his wife just made sourdough pizza.
Hmm.
And I got a pizza oven over here. I got to try to do that.
Stop it!
Yeah.
I'm on a diet, guys. Come on, cut it out.
You can eat.
You're at the wrong place to be on a diet. You know how I feed people.
Right? I just sit there and they feed me. You can't go wrong, people. I'm serious.
Okay, Dog Mom says
work
once you
hard
have a
too.
sourdough starter again, Rob, you should rehydrate some to keep it. Yeah, I was told to do that,
Mhm.
and I probably will next time I get a sourdough starter going. Thank you, Ashley. Welcome to new subscribers, and thank you all for being here. We appreciate you guys. And there's Hobo Rob Prospecting. Good to see you there, Rob. Hopefully you're doing well. How's the weather down your way?
But it has the
Chances-
cold down your way.
No, we actually didn't really do a
No.
whole lot for the garden this year. We knew we were gonna have a lot of other projects, and there's still a lot to do. We have a bunch of tomatoes, some cucumbers, some zucchini,
Mhm.
a bunch of herbals going up there that we actually got a lot of those from Dee and Steve. They're in the
Thank
chat
you.
here, and we greatly appreciate those. And the eggs are in the incubator, D.
Are-
So hopefully the babies will
We
pop
have our
out here
fingers
soon.
Is D the one you got the?
Yeah.
Yeah, we met with Dee and Steve over at the farmers
at the
market.
farmers
Oh,
market.
those
They're
eggs are.
lovely. Aren't they
Oh,
beautiful?
wow.
They're beautiful eggs. Nobody's greeting everybody.
Like melted milk chocolate color. It's just
Yeah.
gorgeous.
You're good or
Can't wait.
good?
Can't wait to see the chicks.
Gladys
Yeah,
says, I
that'll be
keep
nice. We have black chicks. We hatched 2 batches, but we only got 4 per batch.
Yeah, so we're hoping we get more than 4 out of this batch,
But I
especially because
think-
we have some of the Moran eggs in there.
Yes.
Susan lives in Pennsylvania.
Sourdough helps when getting it started going. Yep. There's also another sourdough recipe I'm going to try to start. It's actually using instant potatoes to use as a starter.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Good
Sheila
looking.
suggesting us screening in the porch.
Yeah, it's going to be.
We're going to be
quite
doing
much
that.
better.
We'll probably get it all built up ready this year. And then next summer we'll want to put the screen on in the springtime or over the wintertime.
Mhm.
Just greeting everybody. Christian says, like and subscribe helps get the word out on amazing
That's
people.
great.
Thank you very much. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
that. There we go. When view, use plexiglass. Yeah. Well, we got the windows at the
Yeah.
bottom. The dogs don't charge the glass at all, so we're not worried about that. But when I build the part where the screens are, I'm actually going to have it so I can pop in and out plastic from the outside and screw it in just a little bit so we can actually make it into almost like a 3-season room out
Right.
here. Did I ever find the door to the old stove? Oh,
The white one.
I found the skin for it. What I'm having a problem finding, Janet, is the hinges. The
Oh,
hinge
yeah.
springs is what I'm having a hard time finding
Mhm.
now. And unfortunately, the stove's not going to work for us.
Mm.
It's too small. I have a hard time getting 2 pots on it. You guys see my cookware, and I didn't realize how little it was until we started cooking on it for the summertime.
Really?
And I have to stagger my pots and pans to get them on there, and they're covering 2 burners each pot.
Mhm.
So I think I'm just going to start setting my pennies aside. And I'm going to buy one of my dream stoves, which is either going to be a Wolf or a Viking. Yeah, it'll cost me a little bit.
They are
but,
lovely, but we're gonna save.
but I
Save
intend
up.
to restore this one here fully, and it'll probably go into the cabin for guests
Mhm.
to use. It's not like it's something that other people can't use.
It works
It's just because the
fine.
size
It's
of my
just that the
cookware,
size of the
it won't
cookware
work
is
here.
prohibitive.
So I'm going to be looking for either a 5 or 6 burner Wolf or Viking.
Mhm.
It'll take a year or so for me to find that because we got other things we got to do first. Like we're going to be putting in a Toyo into the house to help with the shoulder mounts for the heating, so we're not burning so much wood. So, but you'll see that in an upcoming video.
Mhm. That's coming pretty soon.
Yeah, I'll be picking that up when I'm in town.
Mhm.
Penny says, hello, good to see you. Good to see you as well, Penny. Hopefully you're doing well. And Ashley saying thank you to Penny. Sheila says, we're screened, makes plexiglass panels to put inside for the winter. Oh, I didn't think about plexiglass.
That could work.
Yeah, it depends on the price of plexiglass.
Well, and getting it up here. If it's
Well,
big,
plexiglass, it's
um,
not gonna break as easy as you think.
no,
That's
no.
what I
it
used to
won't.
replace a lot of my when I had the sailboat. I had the
Mhm.
bimini all around. I used to form a plexiglass for that.
But a big sheet would have to.
You can get it cut in town
You can
easily,
get it
or you
cut
can
in
cut it with
town.
you can cut it with a skill saw.
Yes.
It's
And
not
they're
hard.
usually taped, so you pull that
So
off
Yeah.
once you
it'd
install
be
it.
like maybe waist high, or I don't know.
Well, no,
how high.
it'd go up.
All the
come
way.
up, yeah,
Oh,
for the
yes.
screened in areas.
Mhm.
How does Sarah love the new stairs?
Yeah, let me get to these. Kim says, I've heard of the potato starter, but never tried it. I haven't tried it yet,
We
but I'm
haven't
going to here probably when it starts cooling down. I'm not baking as much bread right now because it's so hot in the house.
Yes.
Like we started the stove up this morning to the big stove because I can regulate that one better for temperature, so we can make some cinnamon buns. Hogan's trying to sneak off over there and he's giving the
No.
camera a weird eye.
No, I was just thinking about the potatoes would be the starch, is the activator.
There's more to it, but
Yeah.
yeah, basically. Christian says, how does Sarah love her new stairs? She loves the new stairs.
Yes.
She'll be happier when I get the
Yes.
rails done. But like I said
The
earlier,
rails are good. And when the real treads get put on, he used what we had, which happens all the time. But there's a gap between the 2 treads, and you can look down. Zeus has a terrible time with it.
he goes up and down, but it's very
And he
limited.
doesn't like it. And I'm getting used to it. But I do want a railing.
Joseph says, I've got to make barn windows. I'm just using the plastic from 2-liter bottles, 50 cents or 5 cents per paint. There you go.
Right.
Use what you have.
Indeed.
Nope, this is not John's first time. John was up here 2 years ago.
Mhm.
Yes.
We told him he can't wait every 2 years to come up. He's going to come up every year.
It gets better every time.
We've
Every
done
day.
a lot. We've done a lot.
Yes, actually, that stove would be good for a single man.
It really would.
As long as he can cook.
Yes. Susan says, I stay in the air conditioning. Don't blame you.
Mhm.
Oh man, too small. Put in cabin. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do.
That's what we'll probably do.
I've got an engine. I've got to work 2 engines. I've got to work on this winter, and if I can get those done and fixed, then I'll drag that in there. But if not, it'll probably be a winter project for 2 years from now.
Mhm.
Because I guess still find all the springs. If I can't find springs, I'm gonna have to take it apart and just make my own springs. Dina says, I heard you had a nice visit from our friends in Maine. Yes,
Oh,
I did. Bob and Rosie come up. That was a great time to see them up here. They come up, spend an afternoon with us, and then headed out.
Very nice.
Got to meet their nephew. Great kid.
Yes.
And not actually, he's probably off to the Marines
He
now.
probably
Oh,
is.
yeah.
He probably is.
Yep.
Good kid too.
No, John would love to move a lot to Alaska, but I don't think Angie will allow him.
It's on my bucket list, and it's a tug of war between a place in Italy, a place here, or actually, there's a Punta Gorda in Belize that I kind of like. But if it's 113 in Florida, then yeah, no, going south is out of the question.
No, no.
I do. It's on my bucket list to have a cabin up here, even if I spend 2-3 months out of the year. I don't care.
Mhm.
Yep. Everybody's asking about you moving up here.
Yeah.
Angie, get the hint.
Mhm.
I know the cabin I want. I just got to convince Adam and Phyllis not to build where their place is going to be.
No, Gladys, we're actually not blood, so we're not going to look alike.
No,
Thank God, there can only be one of me.
indeed.
But I am son number one.
Shut
You're
up.
son number
Pops
two.
isn't here.
I think your mom would say the same thing, so don't go there.
No, because she'll slap you just like she slaps me. Bob says, John, how long did you take to get up there? Was it a pretty expensive trip?
Oh, yeah.
I wouldn't know the expense because Rob
a
and my
gift.
wife behind my back got together, and I think it was like Rob really wanted me up here, and my wife really wanted me to have a house. So it was what I paid. I can tell you what I've
He played-
spent
he
while
played
I'm
a
up here,
goose egg.
but not what.
Right now, actually, tickets are fairly cheap. I was talking with Adam and Phyllis. Phyllis went on a trip. We're not going to go into any details on that, but she got her ticket really cheap down in Minnesota. I think Adam said it was like $300 or something like that for a one-way ticket. So
That's good.
I think my wife would ship me anywhere one way for $300.
so it all depends on where you look and who you book through.
Right.
Sheila
And the
says,
timing.
you're already ahead of my idea. Hello, great. Yep. And Angie, I just seen something. Angie says no Belize.
No, please.
No
Yeah,
worries.
no, it'll be too hot.
See, when I
Don't
get,
expect me to
that's-
come visit you. I'll melt down there.
That's-
when I
that's
get home,
Equatorial.
my wife's jumping on a plane to meet our oldest daughter who's in the Navy. She'll be on leave. She's currently in Bahrain, and she's going to be very happy to be on leave. But they're going to Italy, and so I think this is kind of like a guilt thing for my wife. It was like, I'm going to Italy. Here, go to Alaska. But when I get back, I'm going to Italy. The house and the pool cleaning and the chores are yours.
Jen says there's a place that has those generators. Yeah, I can actually get online and bid on them on auctions out of California, so they're closer. It's just I have to have it pre-set up for somebody to go down, pick it up, and then deliver it to Tacoma to where Carlisle Connect is, where I get all my large items shipped up. Because a lot of things we can't just ship you, like lithium batteries. I cannot just call up and say, hey, I sent me some of these batteries. The mail won't send them up here. UPS won't send them up here. FedEx won't send them up here. So I have to call down to Carlisle Connect, say, hey, I got an incoming package. They'll deliver it there, and then it gets shipped up here. It's like right now, I'm waiting. I just paid for it last night. My brother sent out a 72-inch tall box. That's my real brother.
Right.
That's 6 foot tall and like 2 foot wide by 2 foot deep. And it has a lot of family heirlooms from back in New Hampshire. There's a couple of crosscut saws and there's old 2-man saws. There's old parts for the old dumbwaiter in the farmhouse and a few other things that Donnie threw in there for me. Unfortunately, we had to sell the family property. It's been in the family for over 100 years because my dad has really bad dementia. And we need to sell the property to keep him comfortable in a nursing home. So it was kind of a sad day when we sold the property, but it was going for what it was needed for, and that's for
Yes,
Dad's care.
Dad's care.
So now he'll be comfortable. We're probably gonna have to move him into a different home because his dementia. He has a ankle bracelet on, so when he gets near the doors, it locks him. But he's been poking around some of the areas where the doors don't lock. So we think he's planning a great escape. I mean, the guy's 91 years old. He looks like he's about 65 for the most, and he's in very, very good health. So, except for his mind's gone.
Yeah.
You know, so we want to try to keep him as happy and comfortable as we possibly can for as long as we can. Dee says, you're welcome. That's for the plants and things. Joseph says, wait a minute. I was paying attention. Did I miss your mom joke? No. And she says the flights are expensive from Tampa to Anchorage.
Yeah.
When Sarah and I came up here to look at the property,
Oh.
we paid for 2 flights round trip under $800.
It was
But that
over
was-
1,600.
But that was
COVID.
also during COVID
During
times.
COVID.
But you can shop for them and find them fairly inexpensively.
But we made that quick too.
Yeah, that
There
was
was no delay. I mean, boom,
I
boom. we
bought
made
the
it.
tickets and we were up here 3 days later.
Right.
No,
But that was because of COVID. It's not the same.
it's weird flying here because I'm flying back in time 4 hours.
Yep.
So even though it says 10-hour flight, it's actually 14.
Indeed.
They didn't bring me the Powerball numbers. Send them back.
How many times have I sent you via Facebook? Here, these are our numbers for the week, and you're like, "Oh, goody."
You're supposed to come back in time with the real numbers, man.
Right. Yeah.
Jerry says, love visiting Italy, 62 to 63 U.S. Navy. Thank you for your service. Greatly appreciate it.
Thank you.
Would not want to live there. Don't know. Never really been there. I haven't been over the pond yet. Chris says, how does a new dining table look in the home? It looks
Phenomenal.
really good.
Just-
Looks good.
I
Can't tell right now
love
because it's
it.
a mess.
It is a little full.
John and I get together and there's stuff all over the house. Sarah's screaming, running around with her broom, trying to hit us with it.
Lord forbid you
There's
put a
computer
chainsaw in my
stuff
hand.
all
It's
over the
just-
place. Ah,
Hey, Big Family Expedition. Good to see you guys in here. Hopefully you're doing well. Oh, wow. I got to the bottom. Woohoo.
ooh,
All right.
my
Questions, guys.
goodness.
Questions.
wow.
No questions? Okay, fine. No, I'm kidding.
That would be so rude.
No, I can do that.
No.
Everybody's greeting one another. That's good.
That's nice.
Real quick, proud papa. The oldest, my wife and I are now empty nesting. The youngest, 23, finally decided to move out. Thank goodness. Moved to Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, but the oldest daughter, been in the Navy, I think 14 years now. Mate chief, gunner's mate. She was in Japan on the Curtis Wilbur, then Guam, then San Diego, and now Bahrain. But I got to be completely honest with you, got a little nervous
Yes.
over the last couple of weeks of seeing what's going on over there. And even Sarah got to meet via video chat.
Video chat. Was
And
nice.
she got a tour of my daughter's place in Bahrain as her alarms kept on going off. But yeah, proud daddy there. Proud of all my kids, honestly. But yeah.
Even the redheaded ginger?
He's doing well.
I just, if Dylan's listening, I'm just hoping he's going to get mad at me.
Aw.
I love
Dylan
my
doesn't
kid.
get mad.
He's
Dylan gets even.
I don't think I've ever seen Dylan mad.
Because he gets even. He doesn't need to get mad. Might take a little bit, but he gets there. How did the bear taste?
Sweet.
Went back
I
to
was
sweet tea.
surprised.
Actually, very
It
good.
doesn't have a particularly gamey flavor. Oh, of course, it was the right season. And it had a sweetness to it.
Come back, see if I missed anybody.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's greeting everybody. Hello, Julie
And
from
tender.
Missouri.
Hello from Missouri. How did the bear taste?
Normally I prefer to age my meat, but I did not with that because it was very warm. And when we age our meat, it goes into the moose coffin and the hanging locker below it. And it was just too warm and I wasn't going to risk losing the meat. And bear meat can turn really quick.
Very. We worked quickly to get it processed.
Ashley says, my youngest just got back from Japan. He loved it.
Did
My
he?
daughter
Right,
hated it. She was deployed the entire time for the most part. The captain was really trying to book for a Pentagon position, and 342 days out of the year she was out to sea.
Wow. He left it. Oh,
But when she went on leave, she got like 5-star hotel rooms
lovely
and the whole
places,
nine yards.
yeah.
Matt and Kim are now empty nesters.
Nice.
I didn't think it was going to affect me like it did. I was
Mm-hmm.
literally the first week a mess.
BFE says, Robin, Sarah, how is your summer going? It's going great.
It is. It's a really nice. Well, since the rain stopped, I was getting a little bored with being inside so much when it was raining, but now, but you could sit here and watch the ferns and the grass grow. They're like almost as tall as I.
Yeah, the ferns on the lower trail by the first bridge
They're
are about 7-8 foot tall
Taller
already.
than
And
I
usually
am.
they're not that tall until the spring or the
right,
fall. Sorry.
Yeah.
When I got up here, they were less
Uh-huh.
than 10 inches tall. And in 3
Right.
weeks, it's exploded. It's Jurassic Park up
It
here
is
right now.
Yep.
indeed.
Matt AK says Bill says hi and parked at his house now. Hey, Bill. Hopefully you're doing well. Janice says, what marinade do you put on the meat when you cook the bear, if any? I don't use any. I just use good quality herbs. I probably could use a marinade, but I've never needed it.
No, it's just.
I tried
tasty enough.
cooking it when I was younger and got one, and I didn't like it. And then a very good friend of mine, another brother, Jim Smart, said, bring it up to my mom. And I did. And it was melt in your mouth.
Yeah.
Melt in your mouth.
Delicious.
I mean, like big chunks that she did it into a stew. Don't know how she did it, but every bear thereafter went straight to her house.
Hey, and there's Adam from Alaska Cut the Cord. Good
Hey,
to see you, Adam.
We're gonna have a hard time getting your 6x6 out of a tree, Adam. Sorry about that.
Boot
No.
knife. Good to see you, boot knife.
Yep.
Christian, when will you finish the roof? That was a great video. Are you talking the one on the cabin? That's going to happen next spring. We were going to do it this year for the rest of it, but we knew we were going to be making a large purchase, and you'll see that guys here. You guys will see that here soon. That's joined with Adam and Phyllis. So we're not going to give away what that is quite yet. You'll see that coming up in probably in his video, because they're going to be the first ones using that item. So you'll just have to see what it is. So we knew we were going to have to do that purchase, so we didn't want to spend too much money and do the roof, because the roof's going to cost us about $5,000 or $6,000 to do. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot of money, but at the same time, it is a lot of money, because we're living off retirement pensions basically. So we got to watch our pennies, because we do make some money on YouTube. We don't make a whole lot of money on YouTube.
We kind of use that for fun money.
Yeah, that's fun money. Janet saying hello to Adam and Phyllis. It's greeting boot knife. Adam and Phyllis. Oh, I went too fast there.
Ooh.
Clint says becoming an empty nester. Too. Me by surprise. I didn't expect to go through the feelings of being lost.
Right.
Always thinking of what to do. What do I do? What do I do?
Yeah.
Yep. Sheila says, John, make your wife happy. Buying Seward near water, slightly higher temps, milder winters, days drive to Talkeetna. They can come to your place. Yeah, you didn't tell them about all the snow.
No, what's
He don't like snow.
she wants
Yeah.
Kodiak Island.
Yeah, no.
With my wife, she'd probably want to start like a
Bear rescue.
bear rescue, or have it, no.
Oops.
Besides, it's too far from Robert's
Yeah.
cooking.
Take it easy, Joseph. Good to see you in here, my friend. Thank you for coming in. Oh, Angie says to Sheila, I like your style. I've been bucking for Kodiak Island. Uh-huh.
Nice.
There's too many bears here. I mean, never.
Hey, Christian, retirees garden naked. No, we got too many mosquitoes.
Oh.
Welcome to the
The
Hogan
mosquitoes
Petting
are
Zoo. I can see it now.
horrible.
Yep, Adam just went and picked up a brand new sawmill.
Yay.
Yep, he
Good.
just got home. Tim
Very
says,
good.
hey, Rob.
Wow.
Rob from Tim and
Egan.
Egan,
Egan.
Minnesota.
Good.
Good to see you in here. Everybody's chatting back and forth.
That's
Good,
nice.
good.
That's very nice.
So what are you guys' plans for the holiday?
Yeah.
You gonna cause problems?
Fourth.
I leave here the morning of June 30th, and I land the evening of July 1st. Or is it the morning of July 1st? Sorry, morning of July 1st.
And the sawmill's not what I was saying we purchased, and
No, it was something
you'll find
else.
out on the video here soon.
Something even
Because I already got
more
a
fun.
sawmill.
Yeah.
Adams just had to go buy one better than
Well,
mine.
Well,
but
there's
he's building a whole house.
2 Alaskan sawmills.
So I
Your
just like giving him a
sawmill.
hard time.
Yes, that too.
I'm not sure about Phyllis, but I'll be there.
Mm.
Mm.
Let's see, Marananda.
Hogan's hearts go out to you, Adam, and yours.
Good going, Adam. Back into California after doing some summer projects. Yep.
Mm.
Mhm.
There's not as much lumber cut this year for me to play with as you
No,
did
'cause
2
I
years
haven't
ago.
had a chance to mill anything.
No.
I got to pick up my blades are at Mary's house, so I got to pick up my blades when I go into town.
Mhm.
Robert and I have been milling together. Actually, I had a mill in
A long
Florida.
time.
And so it's like second nature of doing something like that. And luckily, I haven't had to do it up here.
Yeah.
Yep.
Going fishing is more fun.
Yep.
But we're gonna need walls for the new shed.
This says I live in Idaho. The 4th is all about America gonna be fun. Good BBQ, good friends, fireworks, retired Navy here. Thank you for your service.
Yes.
No, we don't shoot off fireworks. It's too
Mm.
dry here, and
Yes. And the dog is.
if something happened, we'd have a problem up here.
Mhm.
So we don't risk fires in the summertime outside. You know, we will do the fire pit if it's a cooler day or if we had a rain recently, but we don't really
Right.
use the fire pit too much here until we make the fire pit area larger. You guys
Yeah,
have
it's
seen
gotta be
pictures of
bigger.
that already.
Mhm.
Tim says, I'm very interested in what you have done about panning for gold.
Oh, he's having a lot of fun.
Me and John went out panning the other day, and John actually did better than I did. He got some nice flakes. Actually, they're right here.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't seen no gold.
This is what John pulled out of the creek yesterday. A couple nice little flakes, baby pickers.
He was
Nice.
panning and
Sure.
cussing me out.
And we basically went down to the creek and we classified a bunch of material and then brought it back up here. He ran it through the gold cube and I ran mine to one of my other sluices that I got, the powered sluice, and he did better than me. I got a lot of micro flakes,
Yes.
stuff that is, Creed from Nine Finger Mining would like roll his eyes at because some of the stuff he gets is really fine. But there'll be more videos than that coming out here soon, Tim. Marananda says we built a porch, garden, and a fireplace. Oh, very nice, Manu.
Great, good.
Hopefully next time Sarah and I go up to the North Pole area, we'll be able to stop by.
Yes.
Clint, YouTube is not nice sometimes. I'll double check to make sure there are no issues on my end. Thanks for letting me know. Oh, I missed what happened. Sorry.
Hmm.
I didn't see it.
Sheila says to Angela, I always to bring their wives in summer, let them fall in love, and then makes
Yes.
adjusting to winter's easier. Alaska is so big. There's a great place for everyone. Yes, this is very
Mhm,
true.
I think it's part of the reason why my wife hasn't come up here yet, because we're not at that point of pulling that trigger. And
Yeah.
it's one of those things where I know for a fact she'll visit one time up here and like melt.
She'll
Just like
fall
I
in
did.
love.
Yeah, bring her in blueberry season.
Yep. Janice says, I'm going to grill some ribs, make tater salad, deviled eggs, and loaded baked beans. Oh, I need to do
Yeah.
another batch of baked beans.
Yes, that'd be good.
I usually try to make my own baked beans. I try to make everything myself as much as I
Well,
can.
yeah.
But the last batch I made when Adam and Phyllis were up here for Memorial Day weekend came out really good. Tim says, sweet. Adam's talking back and
Mhm.
forth with Janet. Yeah, actually, I'm coming to your house, Janet. Right?
Yeah.
Tomcat says, yum.
Mm,
Tomcat says, good gold to John.
Thank you.
Yes.
Yeah, our creek isn't super heavy. I haven't found the spot yet. I got one area where I've been digging down and I'm down 3 feet almost, and I still haven't hit bedrock. So there's no telling where
Yeah.
the gold's at. I mean, it might be another 20 feet down. But I'm hoping this winter, it's hard to get to that spot it went to in the wintertime in the summer because it's so thick with the alders.
Mhm.
So I'm probably going to go up there again in the wintertime and try to get it more into the bedrock. I was reviewing some of the videos that I took up there, and I came to realize there was a lot of gold sitting on the bedrock in the little ridges and stuff like that. So I'm like, I'll have to bring a snuffer bottle with me next time and just suck it out of there.
Oh, I know.
Yep. Christian says, have a lovely evening. We'll catch up with this in the morning. Not a
Thanks
problem.
for
You have a
stopping
great day.
in.
Thank you for being here.
Yes.
We appreciate that. And Clint says to Ashley, I'm thinking it's me. Can't comment on any. Yeah,
Oh.
Clint, you've got the issue. A lot of people have. You might want to delete the app, not now, later, and reinstall it.
Yeah, it's something to do with the new update.
Yeah.
It's a glitch.
Did you find a gimbal for your camera so we don't get motion sick? Actually, John did bring me a gimbal here. I just don't know how to attach it to my dashboard. I'll have to figure out how to do that. And it's for my phone, so it should have worked pretty good. But I'll have to find a way to attach it to the dash or make some kind of bracket to hold it or something. I'm sure I'll come up with something.
And some of the video that he might use will be from my meta glasses that I enjoy, but it has a stabilizer on it, even if I'm bouncing my head.
Janice says, heck yeah, y'all come on. I'll break the seal on the popcorn Sutton moonshine. Ooh.
Get me in trouble real quick. Nope.
Actually, Clint Brook Trout has issues receiving comments from me. Yeah. Has anybody seen, is Brook Trout in here? Because I know Venice got nailed by a tornado the other day. I want to make sure Brook Trout's all right. Those who don't know, he lives not far from where Sarah and I used to, and I actually had my tea herb and spice shop in the area where he lives. So if you're in here, Brook Trout, let me know. Angie, blueberry season is in the fall, September, October, August, September, and October, depending on the season. Sometimes they're early, sometimes they're later.
And we've got bunches.
Oh yeah, we've got
Down our
acres
back
and acres.
trail.
Well, we also got a whole
And
bunch out
over
that way.
there, and
We can always go right at them and
raspberries,
Phyllis's
everything.
too, because they
Sure.
get a bunch on their property. They won't mind. Oh, Adam, we did go up to the property the other day, and your Da Vinci shelter's still standing fine.
Yay!
There was a couple bear tracks going up. Kidding.
I know.
Might be a Deadpool or two hidden. You never know.
Tom says hello from North Michigan. Hello, Tom. Good to see you in here.
Hi, Tom. Go Buckeyes.
He's a jerk too, just like me. Clint says I made BBQ pork ribs tonight. Yummy, nice. RM, I haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing okay. Howdy, y'all. Guess I'm late to the party. Hope all is well and having a fantastic summer. We are. We
Yes,
hope
we
you are as
are.
well. Thank you, Ashley, for reminding everybody to say hi and give thumbs up.
Who is John?
John is basically a brother to me. We grew up about 60, 70 miles apart from one another.
If that, yeah.
And we'd heard about it. We were both street racers back in the day, and we always heard about the other. Never raced against each other. Then, when I went to Florida, I was down there a long time, and then John moved into the area, and I met John through another friend that we were replacing a transmission on John's son's car. And after that, John and I became friends, and it's almost 20 years ago.
Yeah.
And since then, we would say we're inseparable, but we spent a lot of time hanging around with one another a lot. We both get into wood turning together, just doing all kinds of things, river tables, epoxy work. Well, I was already doing epoxy work because of the boats, but we had a lot in common, and we just started hanging around. And John's got a military background, I do not, but I was also a competitive shooter, so John dialed me in on shooting a lot better than I already was. I went from taking second and third place to taking first place on a regular basis. So,
And he didn't need much. It's just a couple of little tweaks, and he was there. And he's like, I asked him very politely, if you're in my backyard at my range, used to have a 300-yard range in my backyard right off my porch. And I said, when I saw him and his dedication to it, I'm like, if you're up for a couple of little pointers and we'll take them, I could make some suggestions. And he's like, yeah, I'm willing to listen. And then like a dozen shots later, we're hitting thumbtacks at 100 yards at push pins.
Yeah, clear
Clear
push
push
pins at 100 yards.
And nobody believed us. And
No.
don't care if they believe us. It's fun.
We had fun.
when you get dialed in like that.
Yep. Let's see. Next one here is Jerry says, "Are your blueberries short?" Yes, we have low bush blueberries here.
Yeah, the low bush. Yeah.
Ashley says, Brook Trout posted a short recently. Have not seen him here today. Okay.
Angie posted. Poor
Yeah. I know.
goodness.
Yeah. Well, that's positive. Angie, everyone seems okay. And folks in Venice are fine, except those who got caught in their boats. Okay,
Oh,
good.
dear. Yeah.
Thank you, honey.
Thanks, Ange. Joseph says hello from Ohio. Hello, good to see you in here.
It's weird. I've been here 3 weeks and I haven't watched TV. I've been on my phone checking news and stuff like that, but not a lot. At home, I'm usually glued to my computer or my picnic table, Milo and I, but not. It's weird. I didn't even go through TV detox, really. It's
No.
There's too much.
too much to do.
Sensory overload up here.
Way too much sensory overload.
We have a lot of 50-gallon drums up here, and they heat and contract and expand with heat and the cool. And every now and then you have John's like,
No. Okay, there's
not
a
as nice as he
sniper
was the first time.
on Mount Denali that I if I ever see a report, yeah, we're gonna have words because he will hit these drums probably 3 or 4 times a day, and I jump. I swear to God, I do. Okay, who's it?
The first time he was up here, we were just walking around the property just BSing something fierce, and we weren't paying attention. And one popped, and we both drew out our pistols at the same time, running around like, what the hell? Never mind, it's a barrel. Everybody would have seen us. It would have been pretty
You can call it
comical.
PTSD or whatever the hell you want to, but when it sounds like a round hits your like right next to your head, I don't care who you are, you pay attention. And now it's turned into a joke. Every time we hear it, I'll wait like 3 seconds. If I ever find that rat, whatever, I will.
Angie says, and all my Christmas ornaments. What'd you do? Oh, that's right. We were shooting the Christmas ornaments.
She came home one day. She was like, "What the hell's all over the backyard?" I'm like, "We needed more targets. Ran out of thumbtacks, so I found a big box of Christmas ornaments." I'm like, "Here, Robert, let's do this. Put them in the pine trees." He's like, "That's great."
I think we had some all the way up to like 300 yards.
Oh yeah,
Right at the edge of your property.
Only thing you got left is these stupid little silver
The little
clips.
part that clips on and holds it on.
all over. They're gonna be some 150 years from now. I mean, what the heck is going on back here? But
yeah.
Sorry, honey.
No, when John and I get together, there's
A mess.
some
It
shenanigans
turns
going
into a
on.
mess.
This trip up here this year, it's been amazing, of course, but it hasn't been as messy with Sarah. Sarah was following us around with a broom last time he was here.
What I think is
They
a
wore
riot.
their boots in the kitchen.
I made a chair for Sarah out of a
Oh,
tree
and
last
I
year.
love it.
Move that cup, John.
Oh, I just love
Move
it.
that cup. Right there.
And just a piece of birch that I carved with the chainsaw. And I had wood chips everywhere. And I could see
Oh.
Sarah in the window just shaking her head like this.
I'll post a picture of what he looked like that day because it's kind of
Always
comical.
funny.
But when I get up here this year, somebody bought her a wood chipper. And she's making passive wood chips everywhere. I'm like, okay, wait a minute. I got in trouble last year for doing that. Apparently, it's not the mess, it's where you put it.
It is. It's
Very important.
If it's on the porch, it's not happy. If it's on a trail where you want to get from one place to another easily and comfortably, that's the way to do
Then it
it.
has a purpose.
Robert came out with his electric hand grinder with a different wheel on it that I've seen. It's got the chainsaw teeth. I'm like, oh, I want to play. I've seen them out there. And 2 hours later, I'm covered in
Oh,
Head to toe is sawdust.
On
sweat
the
and
porch.
sawdust, and I'm just
It's not
happy.
sawdust, it's man glitter.
Exactly. And I'm just as happy as a kid in a brook. I mean, loved it. And Sarah's looking at me like, "What did you do to my front porch?" I built you a chair.
Bogart.
I love the
Bogart.
chair. I love the chair.
And then we have axle birch, which is a face that I made out of it when I cut it down. So,
Yeah.
and they're still here.
Yes.
And my wife's here, so let me run in real quick, grab it
Mhm.
What are you gonna get?
for real quick. 2 seconds.
Go quick.
Keep the puppies in.
Yes.
Oh,
Keep
yes.
the puppies.
And you guys have seen this in a few videos.
You got to try to look for it because he's gonna start hiding it. But my
Oh,
wife's little flying pig.
there it is. That's like when pigs fly.
It's all a play on when pigs fly. Somebody told my wife she couldn't do something, and
And she
you
said,
know, you don't tell her that.
no,
I know from. It's awesome. It's awesome.
watch me, is what she says.
Terry man glitter, that's hilarious, right?
And all of my Christmas ornaments.
Mm. Yeah.
She's so upset about the dark.
Well, yeah.
We only have like 8 cases in the attic right now. I mean, we replaced them.
I
so.
hope they were not family heirlooms.
No.
No,
regenerated
they're just the
back.
cheap ones you buy at Walmart.
Oh, well,
And what else we put out there? We put peeps out there that I had gotten from. I was a shift manager at Dunkin' Donuts for a long time. After my car accident, it was the only thing I could do that was long.
I remember that.
I brought a box of peeps home from Easter, and it was in the fall, and they
Oh,
were
my.
about as hard as a piece of wood. So we stuck them out all over the place to shoot at.
So cute.
oh my. They're a rowdy pair.
No, we just enjoy life as best we can. and
I
do
love
things
that
we want to
pig
do.
there.
Yeah, start watching for the pig and remembering what videos he's in. There'll be a reason for that.
Oh my.
All right. You guys have questions? You got to ask questions. We're an hour, 20 minutes into this and it doesn't seem like that long, but we're not
Oh,
going to
it's
stay on
going
super
quickly.
late today
No,
because we still got stuff we got to do.
you got food to cook.
Did you pull anything out of the freezer?
I got a belly to fill. Come on, people.
I'll be right back.
Wait,
I'll check.
No,
I thought you went out there.
I did not.
Nope, you guys didn't.
You know the pigs even up
And
there.
usually I bring 3 days at a time. We've got vegetables. I don't think I went to the freezer today. Oops.
Well, at least somebody's in trouble, not me.
And I can't read all these lovely.
I can read it.
You
What's for
can
dinner?
read 'em. What's
We
for
don't know
dinner?
yet. We're
We don't know.
about to find out. We're like
No-
2 kids waiting to get dressed.
Nothing-
We're about to find out
nothing.
what's for dinner.
We're having spaghetti tonight because it's going to be the easiest thing to thaw out.
spaghetti.
Oh, so I'll go get him.
I'll grab some. I'll grab a little regular burger and grab some bear burger.
Okay, that'll be fine.
Janet Parrish. I love this flying pig. My wife had this made and thousands of them made for her organization. And it's a non-for-profit that helps other non-for-profits. It's an elite agency. And somebody told her she couldn't. And
She did it.
like when pigs fly was something in my flow from the TV show would say that the waitress, and my mom said it a lot. And
Mhm.
my wife picked up on it real quick when pigs fly. So she had the flying pig made, lots of them. And I sent one up to Robert, and she was so happy to see it.
Good little critter.
No homemade garlic bread. Sarah's not a garlic person, but I'll make some bread for John and I. I get some sourdough that is in the store bought that's in there, and I can make some garlic
You
bread for
can
John
make
and
a
I.
little garlic butter if you want and toast it into the bread if you feel like that. But I'm not eating it.
Oh, I don't know if you're talking about John or me, Angie, but it's probably John.
What?
Sarah, smack him when he claps at you.
Enough people smack me already, please. See, you have
Well,
full
hang on,
permit-
hang on.
It's the back of the head. Yep.
Lift your head up a little bit. You can't see, but he's got a cut on his on the top of his head. She hit him with a frying pan. No, she didn't. We were in.
Where? What?
The man cave.
Was it the man? Yeah,
Yeah.
we were doing something in the man cave, and he stood
I
up.
don't know why
The
they call
door's
it the man
short,
cave
so-
or the trapper cabin because it's
Trapper cabinet. is
built
what
for
I
the
call it.
Munchkins.
It's
We
low.
represent the Lollipop Guild.
It was a classic trapper cabin, and the doors were
Very
always
low.
small and low to let less cold in, and
Yeah.
it was an emergency kind of temporary
Hello, urban lady.
safety place.
Actually, the mosquitoes are not that horrible. They're worse than prior years, but they're not horrible. It's
They're-
not
They
horrible.
bite me more than these guys.
Terrible in some parts
They
of
like
the
bitter
woods.
things. I'm gonna get hit.
I was going to say it's because I'm so sweet.
Harry wants a flying pig.
Yeah.
They're
Well,
cute.
if Robert has your mailing information or we find it, I'll make sure you get one.
Yeah, Terry, drop me an email.
They're fun to throw at people too, because when they don't know
They're
what
very
they
soft.
don't know what it is, and it's foam. But when they get hit by a pink white thing and they look at it, it's a flying pig smiling at them. The hell! Don't fall. You're supposed to be able to fly.
Yep. Sarah says, Sarah, it's because you're sweet.
Now, how come all the mosquitoes that bite me and I see fly away are like?
Because you're toxic.
But for Christmas, Rob bought me a whole net suit, and I can't find it anywhere because it's not something you'd use till summer. But last time we were in town, he bought just a hood and shirt.
It's
kind
a
of
jacket,
thing,
basically.
kind of thing, and it makes all the difference in the world. I'm still recovering from bites on my throat and neck from not having enough net coverage, but I'm better now.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how I feel about my wife giving Sarah permission to smack me upside the head.
Good. Yeah, send it to me and I'll forward it on to John Terry. I second that, Sarah. Matt says, hard to tell who stirs up more trouble, Rob or John. It's probably
Oh,
a
it's a-
combination there. There's probably a tie
No.
between the two of us. I try not to, so he's got no filter.
They're double trouble.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Jen
not
says,
talking about
"Ah,
Oreo.
big." Nice.
Stay away from my Oreos.
Hello.
Mm.
Not Sarah.
What are you doing?
The spider.
Come here.
Oh,
Get out of here.
I don't like them.
Get. Don't put your fingers up at me.
About to burn this place down. I'm telling you.
Yeah, it's just a spider.
I don't-
I don't like
I don't
them.
mind spiders.
I
There's
don't-
nothing venomous in Alaska, so don't worry about it.
Yeah, but I saw-
Except for the damn plants.
Yeah,
Every other plant out there wants to kill me. The other ones heal me, apparently. I don't get it.
right, yeah.
Nothing
It says, well,
toxic.
folks, I hate to leave good company, but gotta run.
Oh, Clint.
Not a problem, Clint. You go do your thing, brother, and we'll talk to you soon. Hopefully you stay cool down there. Stay in touch.
Thank
Yes.
you, Clint.
Blanket permission, Sarah. You know she's down there. She's sitting back on the couch like this, and
Yeah.
she's giggling herself to death.
You still know we got a week before you go to Italy, right?
Oh.
And I don't like the whole dumpster thing, and
Oh, now.
I'm worried. My tools and toys have been thrown away. Buffalo wings are good.
Pork ribs are good. Pig wings would be amazing.
Pig wings, yeah. Cute.
All right, guys. Got any more questions?
Yeah, when's dinner ready?
Not yet.
I have to go pull out the meat and thaw it out. Blame Sarah. I do.
What was I doing instead?
You guys are off doing your thing over there.
So you walk through some Devil's Club. Yes, Devil's Club. And
Yes.
Matt, what was that flower I picked that Robert told me to
that
put down?
Put down.
he
What
had
was
he had
that?
monk's hood in his hand.
He did.
And
Beautiful.
monks,
Beautiful, beautiful flower.
if you don't know anything about monk's hood, monk's hood, 6 milligrams, or it's milligrams or micrograms. I can't remember which it is.
Probably
Little.
microgram.
But just a couple little drops of this plant will kill you if it gets any of your mucous membranes in the blood system, and there's no coming back where we're at. If you're in town, you might be able to get
Yeah, but
rescued, but out here,
It-
no.
takes
So
too
John
long
says,
to
"Hey,
get
take a
to-
picture of me." He's holding this plant. I zoom in. I'm like, "Oh crap! Put that down now. Get in the water. Wash your hands." He goes, "Why?" He said, "It's bad. It's no bad juju. Get rid of it. Wash your hands." We get back to the house.
Soap
He
and
washes
water.
his hands with soap and water. We get back up here, and he starts reading up on it. Oh. I'm like, "Yeah."
Don't lick your fingers.
There needs to be a travel guide or like a
Yeah.
picture book pop up for me. You know, don't
Yes.
touch this.
Mhm.
Don't pick it. Don't eat it. Don't.
Bye, RM. You have a great day.
Mhm.
But yeah, it was pretty comical. Then we were actually on the way down the trail to take him back to the airport last time he was here.
Mhm.
And he got nailed in the back of the hand by the bottom of a leaf of a Devil's Club. And
Back of my arm, I got a scar. I don't know if you can see it in the camera, the white right there.
Mhm.
It blistered like somebody had just poured battery acid on my skin.
yeah, it was bad. You scream, "What the hell?"
I've
The last
touched
day.
it a couple of times and barely got a reaction. I get worse things from mosquito bites.
I don't know if it had to do with the rain or what, but
I
this
don't
one, I
know.
remember this one large leaf brushing the side of my
Right,
arm right
yeah.
before getting to the trailhead, the train tracks. And I'm like,
Mhm.
I didn't think nothing of it till I got on the train.
Yep.
And that's all I could think about. This hurts.
Yeah. Hey, Mega Dog, good to see you in here. Lake says, "Thank you for taking the time to chat. Always enjoy hearing of your adventures in beautiful Alaska. Okay, minus the plants. Never knew."
Some of the plants are just left.
It's Jurassic Park here.
It
Yep.
is indeed. I pulled up a lot of tall, shrubby things this year and revealed little blue flowers, blue forget-me-nots. We looked them up and they're the Alaska state flower.
Yep.
And I have Indian paintbrushes, which I grew up with.
They're evasive, but you won't let me take them out.
No, they're color.
I'm gonna
and
let them
they're
out for a
just-
minute because they're bothering.
just
me.
lovely
They're
things.
gorgeous.
And my rose bushes,
Oh,
they're wild roses. They're natural here,
you got
and
body.
they are gorgeous. And I trimmed them down
Here's a-
last year, and it seems that that was the right thing to do. They are almost filling my
Misha.
my garden that has the new lilac
on,
bush
Misha.
in it.
Go
2
sit with
years
John.
ago, it was nothing but a stump
Excuse
in the
me.
middle of
Oh, you
nothing.
give me these biscuits.
Whoop, whoop, and now it's
Give me
really
these.
lovely.
Biscuits.
And the
Oh.
previous owner had iris over by the cabin.
Up.
And now I've got iris here by my dry bed. It's just lovely.
Matt,
Somebody will like it.
that's
when they come
exactly
to
right.
visit. Look
But
at this.
sadly, when you have a brother like mine that likes to like run into those particular leaves when
Oh,
we're in
yeah.
the side by side
Oh, yeah.
and giggles. No.
Take care, Janet.
Just-
Pedro, how are you doing? How's Brazil?
Everybody loves the fur puppies.
Damn Games TV. How you guys make money in there? I mean, what you guys do there? We are retired.
We're retired.
Living up here is a full-time job.
Yeah,
It is a
full-time job. No
full-time
joke.
job. No kidding. It is a full-time job living.
Yeah,
here.
no, we've been retired for, well, I've been retired for 4 years.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, I retired too young. Misha's just being a Gadinsky over here. I retired young, so I don't get to collect for a number of years yet. I've got
But
about a decade before I can even think about it.
we get by.
Yeah.
Because
But
he
we-
knows a lot. So he can do
And we
things.
had investments and things like that
Right.
that we had joint and shared that, support us through everything we need to do up here.
It's never too early to plan for now,
Indeed.
This is why we keep them inside.
and I can't say that enough.
Yep. Rebecca, what a beautiful baby. She is a handful.
You
She
have
is.
no
She
idea.
thinks she's the boss.
Yep.
She tells us what to do and when to do.
I don't even know who to like bark at anymore because I'll see Zeus picking on Mishka and then Mishka's picking on Zeus. I'm like, okay, heck with it.
They're
Let him figure it out.
Yeah. they're becoming more evenly matched. It used to be that we always yelled at Zeus for, oh, don't hurt the baby, don't hurt the baby. Well, she stands up for herself.
Somebody
Thank you
gives
very much.
YouTube deleted our message. Sarah's
Oh.
Beauty Pine classes and watercolors with Miles from London. Nice young man, works at the Roadhouse. Classes 2
Oh,
days.
really?
Oh, that ain't bad.
Mm.
$25 includes supplies. That's pretty good.
And it's watercolors, you said? Nice.
That's what she said. Yep, watercolors.
Nice. I do a little bit of watercolor, very small scale on tea bags, and I put them in my books, which I haven't done books in like 3 years.
Zeus's girlfriend. That's his sister.
That's sister.
How's it? Is that your sister?
All the prospecting people on here that do gold and along those lines. I need better videos on not what you're getting, but how to pan correctly.
Ah, yeah.
Just throwing that out there. The tutorials.
Thanks, man. I
Mhm.
appreciate that, Tomcat. I'm sure the new members will enjoy that as well. Kathleen says, Sarah, do you have any problems getting plants shipped up from the lower 48?
I have not even tried to do that.
Nope. We buy as much as we can local.
And you have
I-
friends that just, it's
They do.
incredible.
And I just cultivate what's here.
Mhm.
I thin out what I don't want. There's a plant. What's that one called? It's all horsetail.
Okay.
Horsetail is very, very pretty when it's small, but I found that it's very not pretty when it's tall. And I've been ruthlessly weeding that out,
Mhm.
and it reveals different things that I'm surprised to see and I enjoy. So I
Janice,
don't bring plants.
Janice says, I love all types of flowers, Sarah.
Mhm.
Damn Game says, oh, wow. I always wanted to go to Alaska, but it's really far away from Indonesia. Yeah, but you're in your own little
Yes.
paradise there.
Indeed.
Indonesia is beautiful. I've never been, but my brother, Donnie, has been there a bunch of times. He does a lot of underwater photography. He spent a lot of time over in Indonesia, Bali, a few other places over there.
Right. Yeah.
Thank you again, Tomcat, for gifting out 10 memberships.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Well, I think we're gonna end this here real quick. We've been on an hour and 35, and
Pretty
I've got to
good.
get some burger stuff out of the freezer.
You guys will see me on the channel.
Yep.
When Robert or Adam and Phyllis, and a lot of the times alone,
Mhm.
when they go on, and you'll recognize the picture.
She's down there chewing on a log.
She runs
Crazy
outside.
puppy.
She, the puppy, runs outside the door, tears into the
Angie,
Woodshed.
you're here, Angie, too.
into the woodshed
And Nancy
drags out a
finishes it
piece
right
of
now.
wood.
If she's still watching, she finished that.
Yep.
Dun, 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 dun.
All right, everybody. Well, it was great seeing each and every one of you guys in here.
Indeed.
Thank you for to Tomcat and Pure Alaska for gifting out memberships. Jerry, if you're still here, thank you for being a member for 4 months, and thank you Backyard Trucker for the super chat. It's greatly appreciated, my friend. You all have an amazing day. We'll try to get another live going here sometime soon. And John won't be here. It'll just be Sarah and I in the mutts. But we'll try to get something going again here real soon. We're going to try to start doing them at least once a month.
Miller Prospecting. Okay.
Where?
No, it said check out Miller Prospects. Tomcat.
Oh,
Check out.
yes,
Okay,
definitely.
good.
Yep.
Good. Yeah.
Thank you, Tom.
Oh, yep. You just missed it, Scott. You're a little late. It's all right. We'll
Oh.
forgive you. All right, guys. So we're going to head out. I've got to get everything out of the freezer to make dinner.
Yep.
And tomorrow, John and I head into town so I can take him to the airport, and he flies back to Florida on Monday. So you guys have a great day. Keep an eye out for the new videos coming out and the one that's dropped today. And we will see you on the next live and in the next video.
Yep.
You guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you again soon.
See you soon, honey.
Bye. Okay, Angie, it's safe. You can call him. Bye, guys.